Ladies and gentlemen, I have returned. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this is Tiny Track Cars, a YouTube channel that specifically specializes in Hot Wheels racing, Disney Cars racing, and die-cast racing as a whole. Now, to the human eye, the videos may not seem much, just entertainment to the people who love this type of content. But what if I told you there was a rivalry in one video we're going to talk about that I think could be turned into a full-on movie? And let's start with the bracket. But before we can do that, let us introduce our main characters. Starting with our antagonist, we got a pink Dodge Charger Hellcat, and you will see how much of a madness this car is later in the video, and you will see that very shortly. And here we have our protagonist, a green Chevy C6 Corvette, and you will see how he single-handedly saved this whole tournament from the clutches of a Hellcat. And let's begin with the first round. Starting this match off, we have a purple Ford Mustang against our Dodge Charger. And here's where we can see the Dodge's true nature. I'm talking, he easily passes the Ford Mustang. Even as the Ford Mustang goes neck and neck with him on some parts of the track, he doesn't let up at all, easily giving him much of a gap as before. And you will see this gapage way before. And as they cross the finish line, we can see that the Dodge Charger is showing his true beastly nature. It also goes to show that we should not trust Mustang drivers at all when it comes to racing like this, but they're Hot Wheels. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? And ladies and gentlemen, we have another race, a Porsche versus a Dodge. Now, this is where it gets heated. The Dodge easily tries to overtake the Porsche as they go into the turn, the Porsche taking the lead on the jump, but the Dodge did not like that one bit. He slams into the car with no hesitation. True habit of Dodge drivers, by the way. Like, look at this. That is some major damage right there. I feel bad for the Porsche driver. And as they make it onto the final turn, it thinks all goes well for the Porsche, but he flips! He flips last second as we get another view of the track. Boom, boom. And now we commence to the next round. And then we have an Alfa Romeo going up against the Dodge, but the gapage is too easy for the Charger. He doesn't let up on the turns nor the jumps, as even if the Alfa Romeo has a chance, he doesn't let up at all. As we can see, the Dodge easily just passes everyone with no intent, but then, oh my goodness!
Rest in peace, my granny, she got hit by a bazooka. Yeah, I think about it every time I hit the hookah. Kaboom, kablow, kaboom.
And yet people wonder why the streets aren't safe for racing. Ladies and gentlemen, now we are in the semifinals with the Bone Shaker and Dodge Charger. And as you can see, the Dodge clearly beats the Bone Shaker in gapage, speed, and everything else in between. Even the jump doesn't even faze him since he's been on this track. A bit of wobble towards that part, but he makes it through with ease. And yet, he moves on to the finals. And you might be wondering, is there anyone that can stop this madman?
I'm here to tell you right now.
Starting the Corvette's reign against a 911, which should be a stomp for the 911, but the Corvette must be on some main protagonist crack right now, as he's easily out-gapping and outperforming the 911. He drifts a little bit, but he holds on to the turns like a literal boss, and as we see here, even as he lands on his side, the Corvette begins his protagonist run against the Porsche. Starting the next round against an S2000 or S3000 Honda, the Corvette obviously is going to easily get some speed because, again, main MC crack he's been on. I don't know what he's putting in that, like, V6 or V8 engine. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I'm a bit rusty on my car knowledge, but he easily, even though he almost looked like he was going to slip, he easily beats this Honda in this race. Starting the race off of an NSX with the Corvette is going to get the gapage, and the NSX is leading, taking the jump. The Corvette makes it with ease, And here he goes down the track. And I don't even need to use my announcer voice here. He easily gets past, but, bro, watch the NSX. Hee hee. Like, yo, hee hee. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. He's now going up against a Lamborghini. But once again, Supercars must have the worst plot armor in history, because this Corvette genuinely is smoking it right now. Look at him go. Off the jump. He's already heading towards the finish line. I think it's safe to say, we found our savior. And the Lambo takes a very long ass time to get here, because slow ass cars, like Lamborghini, we need a fast car from you instantly. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event. It's a beautiful day right now for Hot Wheels racing as the Dodge Charger and the Chevy Corvette take off in a historic battle. And it's lights out, and away we go. Corvette taking the lead, but the Charger is not so far behind. They take the first turn, and here they go. Off the jump, Corvette makes the jump, and here they go. Corvette is starting to swerve a bit, and oh my goodness, he's driving backwards. Get an instant replay of that. This is drastically terrible. Here they go, down the line, and there it goes. It's the oh my goodness. The Corvette has just won, but the Dodge just killed somebody. And that, my friends, is how the Corvette became the main protagonist of Tiny Track Cars. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope I know it's something new I've never done on my channel before, but after seeing this video, it just got me inspired at like 12 in the morning to make this video. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I got some things cooking up in the future regarding some series if you haven't seen my community posts and trailers. And I'll see y'all in the next one.